Hello Eagles Nation, Vincent Fost here, and welcome to our second all-season Eagles chat of the season. And folks, as you probably can tell by both number 62s on the Eagles chat intro slide behind me, this Eagles chat will pertain to Eagles veteran center Jason Kelce officially announcing his retirement from the NFL yesterday during a press conference. And folks, man, was that a tough press conference to watch. It's kind of hard to believe he's been with us for 13 seasons. Time really flies, and folks, this Eagles chat will basically be a tribute to Jason Kelce and his time here in Philadelphia. But before we get into this Eagles chat, make sure you like and subscribe to the Eagles Chat YouTube channel. And if you want to see daily updates on your birds, make sure to check us out on Instagram at Chat Eagles, where you also can see updates on when we'll be posting new Eagles chats as well. And you can find the Eagles Chat Instagram in the description of this Eagles Chat video. But let's get right into this tribute Eagles chat. And the first thing I have to say is thank you, Jason Kelce. And coming from someone who has played sports pretty much ever since they were able to walk, he was a big-time role model for me. He was, really showed what a leader was. And folks, it really does not matter on what sport you played. He really showed what a role, what a leader is. And gave it his all every single game. He played at 100% every single game. And folks, we are learning that this year, news is coming out that he was playing with injuries that no one even knew about. And with this retirement, it really is showing that Jason Kelce is really starting to pay more attention to his health. And not just the news of him playing with injuries that no one even knew about. There's also news coming out that this is the first season that he said where, for example, if he played a game on Sunday, he was still feeling the aches and pains from that game around halfway through the week. So Jason Kelce is really starting to pay more attention to his health, something I really cannot blame him for. He's been an absolute stud on his time as a Philadelphia Eagle for all 13 seasons, ever since he came here as a rookie. I have nothing but respect for him. He was someone I looked up to ever since I was little, and I still look up to him to this day. He really shows what the great picture of what a professional athlete is. So I have nothing but utmost respect for Jason Kelce, and like I said, I wish him the best of luck in retirement. But now let's go on to some of his accomplishments here as a Philadelphia Eagle. And we're going to first start off with the obvious one. He was with the Eagles for 13 seasons. He was a Super Bowl 52 champion. He had 6-time first-team All-Pro. He was a 7-time Pro Bowler. He had most consecutive starts in franchise history at 156, and he had most regular season games played by an offensive lineman in franchise history at 193. And folks, the greatest Super Bowl parade speech of all time as well. And folks, I tell this to a lot of people, I guarantee if you were to go back and look at every single Super Bowl speech since the AFL and National Football League both combined to make the league of what we know today, you go look back, you will not find a Super Bowl speech as good as that one was in the 2017-18 season when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. And he's still even beaten out his brother Travis Kelce to this day in Super Bowl speeches. I still think that Super Bowl 52 speech was one of the greatest of all time at the Art Museum on Broad Street. Really, just seeing that, he pretty much described what every single Philadelphia fan was feeling during that Super Bowl victory. And it tends to always happen with Philadelphia teams, not just the Eagles, but with the Flyers, the Phillies, the Sixers. Somehow it always ends up that they are the underdogs. And every single sports fan ends up counting out that team except the Philadelphia faithful. And they're the only ones that seem to stand by their team and know that their team can do it. And that's basically what Jason Kelce explained during that speech in the Super Bowl 52 parade. He pretty much described what all Eagles fans were feeling, and basically everyone else was counting them out except the Philadelphia faithful. The Philadelphia faithful were the only ones that were standing by them and believing in them. And that's why the Philadelphia fan base, even though people may criticize it sometimes, they end up just being mad because their fan base is not as passionate as the Philadelphia fans. And what can I say? Jason Kelce with that speech, no one will ever forget it. And like I said, he is someone that I look up to greatly. He is one hell of a leader. And who knows? Everyone was feeling the same way Jason Kelce was that day during the Super Bowl parade, especially as he dressed up as a mummer as well. All the Philadelphia vibes were right there, and that was probably one of the best speeches, not just in NFL Super Bowl parade history, probably in Philadelphia history as well, as no Eagles fan will ever forget that. And even if you're not a Philadelphia Eagles fan, if you're just an NFL fan in general, still, you will not end up forgetting that speech, as that underdog team was able to overcome one of the best teams in those decades at that time, being Tom Brady and the Patriots being on one of the best runs that a NFL team was on at the time. And the Eagles were able to disrupt that with a backup quarterback being Nick Foles, who played, probably in my opinion, probably one of the best performances by a quarterback in Super Bowl history. And folks, that team was something special. Jason Kelce was a part of it. It's a shame they couldn't get it done. They fell up short last season. But hey, Jason Kelce, he will always be an Eagle in my heart, and I'm sure every other Eagles fan can agree that he has the utmost respect from the city of Philadelphia. But that's all I really got to say, folks, for this second offseason Eagles chat of the season. And when will the third offseason Eagles chat come out? Well, it will basically come out when any other big-time news happens, being any type of free agency updates or any type of, especially with the NFL draft that will be right around the corner in April. We'll talk about that as well. And also some other news on the line. Will Fletcher Cox be the next one to retire? He's on the bridge of it as well, and looks like he may also follow Jason Kelce. So we will pay attention to that very, very closely as well. And will not hesitate to keep you guys updated as well. But that's all I really got to say for this second off-season Eagles chat of the season / tribute Eagles chat. And like I said, I wish Jason Kelce the best of luck in retirement, and he will always be a Philadelphia Eagle. That's all I really got to say, and I will never, ever stop saying this. Go Birds!